Okay, I'm going to kind of show you how to scale out your machine and get it all started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is turn it on and turn on your gallon, or turn on your inlet, so you have water flowing through there, so all your old mineral kind of gets flushed out of the system. You can see my numbers. My outgoing, it's incoming, outgoing, injection 1, 2, 3. My outgoing still has a little bit of mineral through there. It should drop here shortly. And that guy's a little high right now. This guy's at a little bit of an angle. If he was vertical, it'd help get air bubbles out. Another thing you could do is just open up this probe up here, kind of give it, see how I got some air bubbles coming through there. Kind of purge the system, make sure there's no air. A lot of times you can just run this instead of back in. Just run it to a drain and just have it on a flow that just barely drips some water out. And that'll just help your readings get real super accurate. You can see they're all getting down there. That guy's getting down there. This guy should. I'm not too concerned with it now. I just kind of want to show you more scaling. So what I'm going to do is my PID gains. Okay, let me change that. I'm sorry, I thought I did. Okay, my PID gains are all at 30, and when I go ahead and click this on, you can hear the ramp up of the motors are real slow. Everything's super slow, so it's going to take a while to get to, like, I have a set point of 100 TDS there. So what I'm going to do is just stop it, and I'm going to change all my PIDs to that PID gain. I'm going to change them to 105. And I just kind of want to show you the difference of these, more or less than you having to do this every time. You don't. This is just for demonstration. So if I go 105 and I click on, you hear they ramp up a lot quicker. See how they're ramping real quick? Now, the PID gain sets how fast that motor is gonna ramp up or ramp down. It can actually overshoot past your set TDS. And then PID reset is actually how fast that guy's gonna recover. I usually like to keep that around 4. Right now they're at 4.9. And what this does, if at 105, you'll see like this incoming TDS3, or out injection. See, it says 100, but it's overshooting. We're like at 160, then back down to 90, then 44. Now see, that's not very good. So I usually like to have these PID gains around 30, which will take longer to ramp up. But watch what happens to my injection. It's gonna become real good. I mean, we'll let it recover here for a second, but I'm gonna be probably plus or minus 10 TDS now. So from before it was 130 down to 30, now just from that one little tiny change, we're at 100, and the injection's around 100. So you wanna, if you're doing a real big injection, you might wanna have that number bigger than 30. If you want nice smooth curves, drop it down. The only problem is it's a slow ramp up. So what I'll usually do is start the machine up, have this guy running, make sure all your numbers are reading real good, and then turn the machine on, and just have the water go into a dump bin and dump it for about a minute until your injection points get real good, because it'll take it. Actually, here, we'll do a quick ramp up. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and we'll watch these numbers drop down, because all the minerals getting flushed out of the system now. This guy's still a little high again. He always takes the longest because he's way up here on here, and then sometimes, you know, mineral gets in there. But so we're low. Now watch how fast it takes versus the 30. Okay, we'll go on the highest injection right now, which is 100. And like I said, you could change these. There's no set value. I would just have it on a dump right now and let the pumps just slowly ramp up. We're already to 50. We're to 60. We're to 70. So we're running about 10 TDS a second right now, ramping up to it. And it's just going to give you a more accurate reading is all. So we're about to 80. And then this guy, see the first injection at 50, he's still trying to figure it out a little bit, but he's about there. He's right at 50. The second one's supposed to be 75. He's there. It's just figuring stuff out a little bit longer. And then our other injection is right at 100-ish now. So it takes about, you know, a minute to get the ports going at that ramp up. So maybe you could set it to 40. That's all kind of up to you to play with in your mineral and your gallons per minute and how fast it flows. But in 30 seconds, now I could go ahead and put my hose wherever I'm filling up, or take it off dump setting if I have a little butterfly valve, and I'm ready to go. I'm at, you know, injection 1 is plus or minus 10 right now. Injection 2 is going to be plus or minus 10 right now. Injection 3 is going to be plus or minus 10. Or, you know, if you want, go ahead into your injections, put those to 105 until the machine's going, drop them down afterwards. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do it. Alright, thank you.